Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm showing you another complete full set including prep. So I'm using here my it's the Doris cuticle tool from Navy Tools. As you can see, it really lifts up that skin, that cuticle, and scrapes all that dead skin off. I have sped this up so it looks a little bit more harsh than what it is. It doesn't hurt the client or anything like that. Obviously, I wouldn't want to do that. I'm always checking with clients, does this feel all right? And they all say yes. So it's literally just scraping off that excess skin and lifting up that epinicium. And then I move on to the Ethel tool, so like the scraper, and I basically just scrape that excess skin off. As you can see, it all comes away when I scrape underneath that epinicium, ready for cutting. So then I come in with these amazing scissors from Katie Barnes. They're the cuticle scissors. Oh, they're so good. I'm not just saying it, but they really, really are. They really get all that dead skin. You don't cut your client. You are literally just cutting off just that thin strip of dead skin that sits around that cuticle. They're so good. I love them. And as always, I will link all the products in the description box below. But I definitely prefer these to cuticle nippers. I find you get a nice clean cut with these. So then on to the filing. So I file and shape that free edge so it's nice and neat. And then I use the end of my file to etch and scratch that nail plate. Rather than filing back and forth over, I'm just literally scratching. And also if there is any little bits of skin left on that nail, this will remove it. So then I'm applying my favourite tips, the my Pro Impressions Advanced Competition Tapered Square, making sure the tip goes from sidewall to sidewall and it fits, and you're applying it at the very end of the nail. And I have got a discount code, which is discount 10, if you want to have a look. They really are amazing, I love them. I've used these tips for about 10 years, ever since I was at college. They are really, really good. And the glue as well, I love the Pro Impressions glue. It sticks in seconds. There's no popping off of the tips or anything when you go to cut them or file them. It's really, really strong glue. And annoyingly, I missed out the recording where I use the magnets on the end of my tip cutters to get all the same length. But yeah, here I am. I just trim off the edges with my stalk scissors, making sure you're not cutting into the nail. You are keeping those blades outside of the nail. And then filing, keeping that file nice and straight and flat against the side wall. This is where the crisp shaping routine comes in when you're shaping your tips. And I have got an online class on Monday, a shaping masterclass, which I will leave all the info in the description box. And these tips don't need blending, but I just like to blend in the wings just so my acrylic sits smoothly on the nail. So then I'm applying a thin clear base. I'm using CJP Crystal Glass, my big boy brush and the one monomer. So I don't go right up to the cuticle, but I do go quite close and just get my brush behind that bead so it's nice and flush. Obviously you don't want a step where your clear base is. And as much as you're wanting it sort of quite, well, not thick, but thick enough so that you've got something to file back to. You also don't want it too thin. I found that in the past I've not done my clear base thick enough so that when I come to file back with my e-file, it doesn't go right back down to the clear and I have still got some colour. So now all my clients are having fresh sets, obviously after lockdown. I want to make sure I'm building that clear base up enough. So onto the design, and on this nail I'm doing just a full bead of CJP Honey Pearl. So as you can see, I pick up quite a large bead to do the one bead method, get my brush right behind it and tuck it in to that cuticle. Obviously the product isn't touching the skin because the brush is creating a barrier between the skin and the acrylic. But because I've done my cuticle work so neat, I can really tuck it in. And then I just walk the rest of the bead down the nail using the belly of my brush and cut any excess off the end. And you can always come back in once you've checked your side view if you need to build up any more of your apex. Making sure it's all nice and neat and smooth in those side walls. So on this nail I'm doing a full glitter nail. So start off with a thin base of CJP Fool's Gold. This is a glitter pre-mixed acrylic. So I'm just keeping it nice and thin because I'm going to come in with some chunky glitter on top. So this glitter that I'm using is a brand new one from me, Charlotte's Glitter Cabin. It's not released yet. It's like a really nice chunky holographic rose gold. It's one of my favourites. I really love it. I have got another rose gold, but it's more fine than this. So this nail is another full honey pearl nail. So this nail, I'm starting off with honey pearl in that cuticle area, and I'm going to do a glitter fade. So I apply that fool's gold first, just a nice small bead, and just blend it back towards the cuticle. And then apply the chunkier glitter on top. And then I'll cap these two nails with the glitter on in crystal glass. Again, making sure I get that bead nice and flush in that cuticle area, and then walk the rest of it down the nail. So onto my filing, exact same as always, up and over on the side walls, keeping my file nice and firm. Free edge, and then I come round and contour my side walls and round my cuticle area, and then down the barrel. And if you're using a fresh file, make sure you score the edges with an old file so that they're not sharp. Obviously, you don't want to cut your client. There is nothing worse. And look down the barrel of the nail to make sure it's even and that you've got your apex in there. And then come over with a buffer just to remove any fine scratches. So then remove all the dust, wipe over with acetone, and then I'm applying my CJP Time to Shine top coat and curing in my LED lamp for 60 seconds. And here's your finished look. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.